Just because it's already June doesn't mean you've missed your window for planting perennials. In fact, June can be one of the best times to plant, especially for sun-loving varieties that thrive in warm soil. The weather is stable, the days are long, and your garden still has plenty of time to shine this season. In this video, we're sharing 10 of the best perennials to plant in June, plants that are tough, quick to establish, and often bloom in their very first year. Ready to give your summer garden a colorful boost? Let's get started. First on the list is the ever-cheerful Coreopsis, one of the easiest perennials to grow, and one that truly thrives in summer heat. Known for its daisy-like flowers in golden yellow, orange, or bico blends, Coreopsis brings instant brightness and energy to garden borders. It's also long-blooming, drought-tolerant, and a magnet for pollinators like bees and butterflies. Coreopsis prefers full sun and well-drained soil, and it's a reliable performer in hot, dry climates. Once established, it asks for very little but keeps on blooming through late summer. If you're looking for a plant that rewards neglect with flowers, this is it. To keep it flowering even longer, deadhead regularly and shear back faded stems in midsummer. This will encourage fresh blooms and keep the plant tidy. Use Coreopsis to edge pathways, brighten a sunny border, or fill in gaps around taller plants. It also looks fantastic paired with ornamental grasses or salvias for a vibrant, low-maintenance display. Second on our list is Salvia nemorosa, a striking perennial that adds structure, movement, and color to any summer garden. Its upright flower spikes in purple, violet, or pink rise from dense mounds of aromatic foliage. Loved by bees, butterflies, and hummingbirds, salvia is both beautiful and ecologically beneficial. Salvia thrives in full sun and is impressively heat and drought-tolerant when settled. It's an excellent choice for dry borders, gravel gardens, or mixed perennial beds. You can plant it in June and still enjoy a generous flush of blooms before the season ends. After flowering, cut the stems back to encourage a second wave of blooms later in the summer. It's a simple trick that gives you weeks of bonus color. Salvia's vertical form makes it a perfect companion to plants with rounded or billowy shapes, like daylilies, yarrow, or even lavender. Use it to anchor a border, fill a narrow space, or bring rhythm to your planting scheme. Third on the list is the dependable daylily, one of the most forgiving and rewarding perennials you can plant in June. With its strappy leaves and trumpet-shaped blooms in just about every color imaginable, daylilies add instant structure and brightness to any garden bed. Even when planted mid-season, many varieties will still flower in their first year. Daylilies grow best in full sun to part shade and tolerate a wide range of soil conditions. Once established, they're extremely hardy and resistant to pests and drought. Deadheading spent flowers can prolong blooming, and dividing older clumps every few years helps keep them vigorous. Look for reblooming varieties like Stella de Oro for extra flower power. They work beautifully in layered borders, edging driveways, or framing walkways. Their arching foliage also makes a nice textural contrast to upright plants like salvia or coneflower. Fourth on the list is the classic Shasta daisy, known for its pure white petals and sunny yellow centers that brighten any garden with a timeless look. This perennial is a symbol of summer and brings a clean, cheerful presence to mixed plantings. Shasta daisies prefer full sun and well-drained soil, and they love the warmth of June. They establish quickly and bloom throughout summer, especially when deadheaded regularly. To prevent flopping, plant them in full sun and avoid overly rich soil. You can also pinch them back early in the season to encourage bushier growth. Use them as a backdrop for colorful perennials or in white-themed borders for an elegant cottage garden look. They also make lovely cut flowers for simple summer bouquets. Fifth on our list is Black-Eyed Susan, a tough and spirited perennial with golden yellow petals and dark centers. These native wildflowers bloom from midsummer into fall, and planting them in June gives them plenty of time to settle in. Rudbeckia thrives in full sun and can tolerate clay soil, drought, and even occasional neglect. It's the kind of plant that just keeps going, perfect for beginners or busy gardeners. Deadheading helps extend the bloom period, and some varieties will self-seed naturally, giving you even more plants over time. Plant them en masse for bold summer color, or pair them with purple coneflowers or ornamental grasses for a prairie-style border that moves with the wind. Sixth on the list is the iconic echinacea, or coneflower, a sturdy perennial with bold, daisy-like flowers in shades of pink, purple, white, and even orange. Echinacea planted in June can still bloom later in the season and will come back stronger each year. It grows best in full sun and tolerates drought, poor soil, and hot summers. Once it's established, it asks for very little and offers a long bloom season. Leave some seed heads on the plant to feed birds in fall and add winter interest. You can also deadhead regularly for tidier blooms through summer. Use echinacea as a mid-border anchor or mix it into naturalistic groupings with yarrow, rudbeckia, and ornamental grasses for a meadow-like effect. Seventh on our list is yarrow, a durable and drought-resistant perennial with flat-topped flower clusters in white, yellow, pink, or red. It's an excellent choice for hot, dry spots, and June planting gives it enough time to send up blooms this season. Yarrow loves full sun and well-drained soil, especially sandy or rocky ground. It's deer-resistant and very low maintenance. To encourage gushier growth and more flowers, pinch back the first flush of stems. Yarrow also makes a beautiful dried flower if you harvest it early. Use it in borders, rock gardens, or wildlife-friendly areas where its feathery foliage and long-lasting blooms can shine. Eighth on the list is gaillardia, also known as blanket flower, a heat-loving, sun-worshipping perennial with fiery red, orange, and yellow blooms. These tough plants bloom quickly after planting and continue into fall. Gaillardia grows best in full sun and poor, well-drained soil. It thrives in hot climates and resents heavy watering or overly rich soil. Deadhead regularly to keep it blooming, and don't worry if it looks a bit scrappy late in the season. It's built for endurance. Perfect for xeriscaping, sunny slopes, or anywhere you want non-stop, blazing color with minimal effort. Ninth on the list is garden phlox, a tall, upright perennial with large clusters of fragrant flowers in shades of pink, purple, white, and red. Planted in June, it will establish quickly and often bloom later the same summer. It prefers full sun to part shade and appreciates rich, moist, well-drained soil. Good air circulation helps prevent powdery mildew, so give it some breathing room. Cutting back spent flower heads can encourage repeat blooming and help tidy the plant as the season progresses. Garden phlox adds height, fragrance, and drama to your borders. It looks especially stunning paired with echinacea, rudbeckia, or ornamental grasses. 10th and final on the list is Veronica, also known as Speedwell, a compact perennial with elegant flower spikes in shades of blue, pink, or white. It's a quick bloomer that responds well to June planting and fills the garden with soft movement and color. Veronica loves full sun and well-drained soil. It tolerates heat well and grows neatly without flopping. Perfect for clean, modern borders. To keep it blooming into late summer, deadhead the first round of flowers and trim the stems slightly. This will promote a second flush of blooms. It's excellent for edging pathways or filling in between other summer bloomers. Use Veronica to tie together different parts of your border with a soft, flowing rhythm. And there you have it, 10 of the best perennials you can still plant in June for big color, fast establishment, and years of low-maintenance beauty. These plants aren't just survivors. They're performers, ready to give your garden a burst of life, even if you're starting a little late in the season. So don't let the calendar hold you back. Grab a trowel, pick your favorites, and get planting, because your best garden might still be ahead of you this summer. Thanks for watching PlantDo Home and Garden. See you in the next video.